Imagine this. What if everything you perceive, everything you experience, is nothing more than an elaborate simulation? What if your brain is actually in a vat, connected to a supercomputer that is feeding you artificial stimuli, making you believe you are living in the real world? This is the brain in a vat paradox, a modern iteration of the age-old question, how do we know that what we experience is real? This thought experiment asks us to question the very nature of reality. It raises profound questions in epistemology, the study of knowledge. The problem is simple yet troubling. If our senses can be completely manipulated, then how can we ever trust our perception of reality? Can we ever truly know what is real? The brain in a vat paradox is deeply connected to Descartes' evil demon hypothesis from the 17th century. Descartes proposed that an evil demon could be deceiving us, making us believe in a world that doesn't exist. The brain in a vat paradox updates this idea for the technological age, swapping the demon for a supercomputer. But this is more than just a thought experiment. Today, with the advent of virtual reality and artificial intelligence, the boundary between reality and simulation is blurring. What's more, in neuroscience and cognitive science, the idea that consciousness could be artificially replicated is becoming more than science fiction. Could a brain in a vat be the future of AI and human augmentation? One critical question that arises from this paradox is, if our knowledge is based on sensory input and we cannot verify the accuracy of that input, then how can we claim to know anything at all? This leads us to the heart of skepticism, the idea that we might never have access to true knowledge. Skeptics argue that if we can't rule out the possibility that we're brains in vats, then we can't be certain about anything. However, some philosophers like Hilary Putnam have challenged this paradox. Putnam argued that for us to even form the concept of a brain in a vat, we must have some connection to the real world. In other words, the very language we use to describe the paradox implies that we are not actually brains in vats. On the other hand, the paradox also forces us to confront questions about simulation theory. Think of modern simulations like those in video games. As technology advances, the line between what is real and what is simulated may become increasingly difficult to define. Could we ever reach a point where we live in a perfect simulation and not know it? While this might sound far-fetched, consider that some of the world's leading thinkers, including Elon Musk, have suggested that we may already be living in a simulation. If so, the brain in a vat paradox isn't just a hypothetical, it could be our reality. Ultimately, the brain in a vat paradox forces us to grapple with one of the most fundamental questions in philosophy. What is reality? As our world becomes more technologically advanced, understanding the limits of our perception and the possibility of simulated realities becomes ever more urgent. So are we brains in vats? Or is this all just a vivid thought experiment designed to challenge our perception of the world? Perhaps we'll never know. But what's clear is that the line between reality and illusion is more fragile than we might think. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of one of philosophy's most intriguing paradoxes. If this got your brain buzzing, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.